audience. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to thrive in all areas of life while others struggle to get out of bed in the morning? The former group has solid relationships, connects easily with everyone around them, and seems overall happy and content in life. So what's their secret? What do they have that everyone else is missing? Today I want to take time to honor someone who dove deeper into these questions and found answers to share with the world. Brene Brown is a highly accomplished social work researcher and author who works to help people find the path to wholehearted living. First, I want to bring light to some of her many achievements. Brene Brown's work as a researcher and author has made an impact worldwide. She studies human emotions, especially shame, courage, vulnerability, and worthiness. And she is a professor at the University of Houston, where she holds the Huffington Endowed Chair. She wrote 5 #1 New York Times bestsellers, The Gift of Imperfection, Daring Greatly, Rising Strong, Braving the Wilderness, and Dare to Lead. In these novels, she explains her discoveries in a way that's applicable to a variety of situations. She has even become a successful leadership consultant, and according to a 2018 article in Inc. magazine, Melinda Gates stated that Brene Brown has taught me that leadership requires admitting what you don't know instead of pretending you know everything. Her TED Talk, The Power of Vulnerability, is one of the top 5 most viewed in the world with 35 million views. And she was also the first researcher to have a Netflix special. Her special is called The Call to Courage, and it's reaching audiences across the globe. Now I will dive deeper into these accomplishments so you'll understand how and why she is so impactful. Brene Brown teaches us to live a wholehearted life we all long for. How do we learn to embrace our vulnerabilities and imperfections so that we can engage from a place of authenticity and worthiness? How do we cultivate the courage, compassion, and connection that we need to realize that we are enough, that we are worthy of belonging, love, and joy? These are the questions that Brene Brown seeks to answer, according to her biography on the University of Houston website. Clearly, her work has been successful so far. She proposes vulnerability as the secret key. She says this is simple, but not easy, and she's right there with us in the struggle to be vulnerable. According to a 2013 article in Forbes, she says, "My inability to lean into discomfort of vulnerability limited the fullness of those important experiences that are wrought with uncertainty. Love, belonging, trust, joy, and creativity, to name a few. Learning to be vulnerable has been tough for even her, but she has proved that it is worth it. And now she helps others realize this truth for themselves." She encourages readers and students to be open and honest with their emotions, especially the hard ones, and to be unafraid to be seen fully by those around them. Brene Brown has made incredible change possible for relationships, families, businesses, and lives in general. If you didn't know the name Brene Brown before this, I hope I have given you reason to remember it. Brene Brown has dedicated 20 years to this work, helping people embrace vulnerability and change lives for the better. Brene Brown calls us all to find greater fulfillment in our lives. She reminds us that it's never too soon or too late to stop letting fear and shame hold us back. Theodore Roosevelt, in his famous Man in the Arena speech, talks about how credit goes to the man in the arena with blood and sweat on his face, rather than those who safely watch and critique from the outside. He says that of the man in the arena, if he fails, at least he fails while daring greatly, so that his place will never be with those cold and timid souls who never taste victory nor defeat. I think Teddy Roosevelt would be proud of how Brene Brown has run with his idea, creating practical guidelines to help us all start daring greatly.